Hello there, Golfer here, and welcome back to some more Civ 7. So, I'm basically doing the exact same thing we did last game. I want to keep everything the same, the settings the same. The only reason I feel like I lost the previous one is because I was trying to rush through the game because the 1.41 update was out, and I wanted to make sure I played it, just to make sure none of my mods would break it, and then I couldn't finish that game for a while or something, since I already started uploading it. So, that didn't end up being the case. We can play this now. It's all good. But that's the reason why I didn't go to war, and that's the reason why she kind of just shot through the roof in terms of science production, is in knowing how strong she was and in knowing how many wonders she had and how her science and culture was. I could have definitely focused more towards war than I did, but I just didn't want to take more time because by the time I finished it was like 11:30 at night, and that would have killed me. So other news, I've also kind of removed some of the mod bloat, removed mods I never really used, among other things. So right now, the biggest one that caused issues with me was the one that gave me like the score for settlement. Um, I have another mod that does that. If you use the city center tax here, it does this. But anyway, this is the other mod that I'm primarily going to use in conjunction with that, which merges it with the settler lens. So that's this. Let's go ahead and settle the city. I'm going to get 3 scouts going. And I'm actually not super happy with this start. It's a great start, don't get me wrong. I'm probably going to want to build like... That looks like water. So if we look at this, we're going to want like buildings like this. And I feel like we're going to want to do buildings... If I do this... to get out to there, then we can put... So I need a good... I guess I could do like science production in either one of these spots. Whichever one I get first. Something like that. We'll see how it goes.
The radiance of the new world came.
Okay, let's grab out husbandry next. Okay, we're gonna grab this first because that's significantly more food in production, and then I'm tempted. I mean, this is a 10% increase in culture, or effectively 1 less food. Yeah, that's worth. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I can more or less agree with that, or I can put that's there. Science here as well. Now the only issue is culture, which I may not even be able to get to because I want to preserve these forests, so I may not have a good cultural one, but who knows? Okay, lots of potential over here with good resources. We'll open up the map a little bit more before committing. Okay, we get 50 gold, 50 happiness. So 10 turns of happiness, 10 turns of gold, or 4 turns of culture. I feel like getting the government first thing is actually pretty solid. Okay, we can now grow you. So this would be 2 extra food in the cities, which I don't care for. We could buff my culture a little bit more. Alternatively, we could go for more happiness and more food. I think we're just going to go for this, just for the overall better tiles. Actually, I want the gold because might help me get a faster settlement out. Okay, that is in range there. It wants me to go there, but the problem is that there's a lot of overlap. Go back to settler lens. And that makes it better. But either way, it is good because of the all of these unique sources. And if there's a good enough city up here, or city location up here,
I protect thee with this flame, and I drive away the foe and the sand from thy feet.
okay, we're gonna get that. The extra process. Okay, so now we have the new government setup. So we have Classic Republic. When we get this, we get +1 culture on happier settlements, +4 additional culture on joyous or happier settlements. So that's up to 5 culture per turn. We can get a celebration where we just get flat influence. We can get production towards constructing wonders for 6 turns. And we can also get the traditions. We get +2 on wonders, and then +1 on great works, and joyous settlements are +2 in ecstatic. Alternatively, we get despotism, which get +2 science for each conquered settlement. Unhappiness causes -3 reduction in your settlements instead of -5. We get +1 science production from building. Yeah, I don't really like that too much. And then we get, that's not too great. This is pretty not bad. So, but this is all high military. And then we have oligarchy, which is +10% production towards buildings, +10% gold towards purchasing warehouse furniture farming. So this flat out bonus is probably the one that I would utilize most. So of these two, production is king. It'll let me get more culture. I think both of these base ones are good. The 200 gold for a celebration is awesome because that can help you buy stuff early on, because early game gold is really hard to come by. So if there's lots of city states, you can go influence, but I don't really find influence to be an issue, even if you're not playing for it for early game. And then +1 food in towns for each connected settlement for 6 turns. It's not that great. We get +1 food on warehouse buildings or in happier settlements, or +2 on joyous and happier settlements. And we get +1 production on warehouse buildings and happier plus, yeah. So this is gold, food, and production. Like this is, I feel it's a no-brainer. Okay, we have lots of resources down here. I can do a little more fog busting before I commit to anywhere, though. All right, so we finished my 3rd scout. We're only 2 turns away from getting that. So do I want to start with a granary for 2 food, which I don't really care for? Let's actually start by building the warrior, and then I can build the sawmill to help me get extra production. Okay, so I can already see that this is not, there's not a lot of good stuff over here. I would, because of the way happiness works, I would like the fresh water. So I'm going to grab that. There's going to be a lot of overlap, but this isn't going to be a city. It's going to be a settlement. It's also not a super high priority. Lots of mountains and stuff. You're not in range. If I wanted to get stuff in range... Is that using the new settlement for the settler? It is, kind of, I think. And then I can leave that for a different one. So that'll catch a lot. In fact, that'll catch almost too much. Let's see, I would like... If I have it here, I get all of that. But if I wanted fresh water, can't get that either. So Yeah, that's not bad. One, two, okay, so probably even another one. We're gonna have to get rid of these guys. Probably even another one like right around here. And then another one right around here-ish. We'll see.
The caged.
Okay, you're getting that done. We'll get that guy up and running, then we'll get the saw pit up and running. Grab pottery. Alright, we can get 30 culture and 10 production or extra science. I would like the culture to get more policy slots, and the extra production to get that stuff done more quickly is good as well. Not in a rush to take these guys out. But, you know what? Now, I'm gonna save my gold. I might get lucky and be able to, might get lucky and be able to buy a settler here. Alright, we can get 30 food or 75 happiness. I don't want the growth. Let's see, so that's three, it's only 3 turns of food. Actually, let's get the happiness. Saves me a bunch of time on the happiness.
Gaze long into the abyss, and the abyss gazes also into you.
Okay, cool. We found a natural wonder. That'll make all of these tiles pretty good. I'll have to do a little bit of exploration, I feel, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna want it here. Very minimal overlap, getting all that stuff. What's the score? Yeah, town, makes sense.
In an enchanted world,
Ooh.
the sun bumps her head on Fuji's peak.
Okay, that's a problem. Because I'm not gonna put a city next to Mount frickin' Fuji. I can't put it there. I can't put it... Wow, that ruins fresh water here. So that means that it's actually gonna have to be something over here. And then potentially one over here. I want those camels. Yeah, I like that spot. Train 2 settlers for 50 culture, build 2 laboratories for 5 science, or get an extra warrior. You know what? I'm just gonna take the warrior. That is production saved. I'll build an archer and then a settler, and then by then I should have enough gold to buy the settler at that price. I have to get rid of both of these guys. Oh, this whole area down here I haven't gone to. In that case, I'm going to send you back down this way. Send you up this way.
All are made of clay.
You'll be done in 3 turns, which is actually too quick. I'd like to increase production, plus we can get an extra science in there, so we'll throw you in there. First, actually let me get enough gold. You guys can switch. You can get this, you can heal. Here. Alright, I kind of want the settlers more than I want anything else right now. So let's just get sailing for easier movement. Alright, so we can get 50 happiness and 30 culture, or I can get enough gold to buy a settler, which I will do. And given how everything's set up, let's have you go first down here. I think I could pretty safely... I should probably actually consider... Okay, I don't want to do that one first. Okay, so we're gonna set you down this way, just for the immediate, and then we're gonna go 1-2 settler. And the reason why I'm doing that is because these guys, I'm gonna focus on forward settling here. Let me check my number of settlements. We've got, of the ones I want, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4, which is as many as I have now. So yeah, we can focus on kind of rushing them out. What? I told you to come this way. No? Or no, this is... No, never mind. Different guy. Okay, yeah, we want this to be my next focus, which means I'm going to need a little bit of a military presence because they're not going to be happy with that. I could actually go for the befriend. Because, yeah, there's no reason for me to not befriend them. I don't really care for those resources too much. Yeah, we can go for the befriend. And then that should help as well. Ada Lovelace.
A pleasure.
Just enough
Tell me,
influence to
what
do
are your
that.
thoughts on...
My thoughts are I'm leaving. Alright, where did I meet her? Oh, here. Okay. She's probably in this direction. We're going to grab you and then start moving in this direction. I'm actually good with this being in here for now because it gives more food overall. But I'm going to have you actually go this way. Llamas. Actually not a terrible place for another settlement.
Looked at from a distance, the scholar appears stern. When approached,
Okay, I'll take the culture for now. Alright, so we have... Okay, so this tile's actually really good. It's just straight up better than this one. That isn't fresh water, I don't think. Did I reveal where she is? Even with the friendly greeting, it didn't reveal where she is? Kind of annoying. Food and production or happiness. Kind of want the food and production just to go faster in terms of getting everything done. Okay, I'm gonna go for hyper expansion early on, as early as I can.
spring flowers fade in autumn.
Ooh. Wow. I think I'd be Isabella or something. Okay, so she's there. Ugh. Alright, so... I feel like there. It's not great. Actually, is this plus 10? It says to this settlement, and there's 2. So if I were to 1, 2, 3, if I were to actually take over this settlement, going here would actually be pretty solid. And if I did that, something like this later on. Yeah, do something like that later on. Oh no, because I can get 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll just miss out on this. Okay, well, I would like to go this way. As it turns out, we're gonna have to go this way. And I'm almost tempted to just... Because this is a nice choke point. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch to discipline. And then... We're gonna get one more settler up and running, and then I'm just gonna spam units, and then we're gonna do this. Okay, this is actually a place I might want to actually incorporate later. accept that.
Ah.
So it looks like, yeah, that's it for... Yeah, we're gonna want to take her out, because then I can probably control my entire continent. Okay, choose a celebration. This isn't... Yeah, we want the gold. I can throw that in there. For lack of anything else at the moment.
The fair breeze.
Get to that. That looks like it might be distant lands. Take the gold. I would like to save up quite a bit. Wish I could tell if that had fresh water or not. I'm gonna say it doesn't because they're lazy. Hmm. Claim the wine, or so it's 15 production, or 3/4 of a unit. You know, let's just get the production. Doesn't look like fresh water, but that's fine. Oh, you jerk. Running them. It's a bummer. Okay, I'm gonna go for this iron. here. Let's focus on this.
Do nothing which is of no use.
Niccolò Machiavelli, per servirvi. In qual modo potrete voi servire me?
End turns, I'll get that. State bonus. Extra social policy slot is nice, but not really needed right now. I think I like the espionage. If allow attribute point, so that's good too. Happiness is actually better here. I think now it's actually more in favor. We've got 11 turns for that, 9 turns for that. Actually, I can give this to you and this to you. Should have updated it, right? All right. Well, I think it's a good place to cut the video off. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless.